Hi guys, my name is Amy, and in this video we are going to talk about how I manifested being fluent in one of the world's hardest languages in 2 months. And speaking of which, I'm sure you guys want to know what language it is. It is Finnish, the language of Finland, which is considered one of the hardest languages on the planet. And I said in 2 months, but the thing is that now when I think back, I actually do not have any notion of time of how it happened. It's just that I was really into it during a 2 month period of summer holidays, and I actually feel like I quantum jumped into a different timeline, and I just do not feel any sort of movement in the physical world, if that makes sense. So I actually cannot tell you exactly how long it took me to get here, because it was just like moment to moment change, all right? And I did all of this when I was 15 years old. I had no knowledge about manifesting. I had no knowledge about the law of attraction, of the law or the law of assumption, and let alone some quantum physics or stuff like that. And I want to let you guys know that you're manifesting whether you know about it or not. But let's just get straight into the juice, all right? So I was at a point in my life where I really got interested in learning the Finnish language, right? And I got some books, I was checking out some websites, but it felt very difficult, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like going through a 500 pages book, memorizing things, memorizing vocabulary, memorizing grammar, memorizing all of this. I want it to be fun, like I have learned some languages this way. German is one of them, and it took me over 5 years to learn German, and I am still more fluent in Finnish than I am in German. I am still more comfortable speaking in Finnish than I am speaking German. And German, I learned the basic way, going to school, memorizing vocabulary, memorizing grammar, and I can have a conversation in German, that's not an issue. It's just that it feels very unnatural. However, with Finnish, because I quantum jumped and I manifested this language, I can speak it like a native. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's not super amazing, but I managed to learn this language without living in Finland. And then when I moved to Finland, people did not believe that I never lived in this country or that I don't have a Finnish parent. Anyways, let's get into the juice finally. All right, so if you want to learn any language on the planet, you have to forget about learning it, all right? Like, we're not gonna learn it. We are going to live it, and we are going to become it. So let's say you also want to learn Finnish, or you want to learn, I don't know, Urdu or Russian, Japanese, whatever. So you have to ask yourself, let's just talk about Japanese, all right? Because Japanese is kind of cool, to be honest. So let's just talk about that, all right? So let's say you want to learn Japanese and you want to manifest it. You don't want to like go to courses and blah blah blah. I want you to ask yourself, what does a Japanese person live like? What do they do? What do they watch? What kind of music do they listen to? Who do you have to become to be Japanese? So I want you to like think of yourself as a Japanese person. All right, so The way I did it with Finnish is that I only started to listen to Finnish music. I started to read Finnish forums. I found some Finnish friends, and I never told them that I am not Finnish. I was acting like I am Finnish, and I was talking to them in Finnish. Yes, I did make mistakes, but the way they corrected was in the speed of light. You know, like, you are going to get it. The more you do it, the more you're going to get it. Use Google Translate at first, but you're gonna get it with all the other mix that we are gonna put in the mixture of you quantum leaping, right? So next thing I did was I started to watch Finnish series, and that's basically it. All right, so in this period, when I made a decision to learn Finnish, this is what I just started to do, right? At first, I was like blindly listening to Finnish music, watching Finnish series without understanding anything. And yes, I did translate some of the words. For example, from my Finnish friends, when they told me something in Finnish, I would use Google Translate to translate it, right? Like, I would do what I needed to do so I understand. But I never got into the victim mentality that, oh, like, I don't speak it, I'm actually just learning, you know, like, I don't know how to say these words, so I'm just gonna say it in English, you know, or I don't know what this word means, so I'm just gonna like skip it, you know. And don't get into the victim mentality of being a learner. You're not a learner. You are a speaker of this language. You are a native speaker of this language. You're not learning it. You never had to learn it because you are it. Okay. Anyways, so I basically was listening to Finnish music, and it's like, I'm telling you, like, it was a lot, but it didn't feel like it. I feel like I didn't actually listen to every single Finnish song there is. Like, I just found a couple that I really honestly enjoyed listening to. I did check up some lyrics translate, and then it kind of like started clicking in my brain with the conversations I had with Finnish people, and also with the series I was watching. And let me tell you, this didn't feel hard at all. It was so easy. I did not feel like I'm studying. I did not feel like I'm learning. I was not learning. I was living it. I implemented this as a part of my reality, where there was just not an option that I don't speak this language. Like, it just doesn't exist. I don't know what it means to not speak Finnish. I don't know what it means to not be a Finnish person. So, if you want to learn any language, just follow this blueprint that I told you. It's as soon as it gets hard, you're doing it wrong. It was never hard for me because I was having fun with the people I was chatting with. I was having fun listening to the music. I was having fun with everything. And I'm telling you, like, yes, I told you at the beginning of this video, it took me 2 months. And I am saying that because at first, when I started watching the series, I did not understand a lot. But by the end of the summer break, I understood everything, and I understood even words that I never, ever translated. That I never used Google Translate for. I never used to, I never had lists of words to memorize. Like, just forget it, all right? This is gonna work, but it's going to this is going to take you 10 years, okay? We are not doing that. We are not forcing this. We are living it, all right? So, yes, one thing I have to also mention is that you do need the motivation, all right? Like, you cannot just be like, maybe I want to learn Japanese, maybe not. Like, I'm still just thinking, you know? Like, I'm not sure if I really have a time for it. No, you are a Japanese person living a Japanese life. What do you mean, like, you don't know if you're gonna, like, if you're actually into it? That's your life, you know? And yes, guys, so this is basically how I manifested speaking a foreign language in no time. And it is possible. I have done it. I know people that have done it with all types of languages. I'm sure you also know people who have done this, and it's possible for you too with any language. And it's easy, and it's always supposed to be easy. Like, your mind is, you are only using like 5 to 10% of your brain capacity. That's what I was like reading about. You have the option to know any language in this planet perfectly. Because if you were born in a different country, you would have grown up speaking that language. You still have that ability. Like, you know, as a baby, you also kind of quantum leaped to speaking a language, speaking your native language, right? And even with English, that's kind of what happened to me as well. Like, I didn't actually learn it, I lived it. And this is what happens with English in a lot of cases of people I know. Like, they don't learn it, like, they just live it, right? With English it's very easy. With other languages it's a bit harder because there are not so many resources, but it's possible. If I could do it with Finnish, where there's only like 5 million native speakers of it, you can do it with any language. There is enough resources, there is enough internet and all of it. And let me tell you, like, speaking a foreign language unlocks a part of the world that you didn't know about, right? Like, it unlocks a completely new paradigm of reality. Like, if I didn't speak Finnish or any of my other languages, there are so many opportunities, so many new ideas, so many like doors that would have never opened for me. Okay, so I am very passionate about languages, you know, I absolutely love them, but you don't have to love them to learn it, okay? Like, you don't have to do that, all right? So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you gained some value from this video, and I believe in you. I know that this is possible for you. It is possible for everyone. You have a brain that is a sponge, so use it. Don't give your brain a hard time. It doesn't need hard time. It doesn't need hard time memorizing. It doesn't. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Oh, and I also want to say, just to complement my video, as I mentioned, I moved to Finland afterwards, and nobody could recognize that I was not born there, or I never lived there, or I don't have a Finnish parent. Nobody believed me. That's number one. Number two, I got a Finnish certificate without ever attending a course. And it was so funny because I went to the certification exam, right? And all the students, all the people that were there, they knew each other from the course that they were attending prior to the course. Like, you're supposed to attend the course before. So I went there and I didn't attend any course, right? And everybody was like, what are you doing here, you know? And I was just like, I'm just gonna kill it, you know? And I got like a full score in each category of that course, right? And yeah, and I was talking with the other guys there, and I could see that I speak it better than they do. I mean, I don't want to brag, but you know, like, I could hear that I am just more fluent, right? And I also had a very successful TikTok profile completely everything in Finnish. Like I was talking like I am talking here on TikTok completely in Finnish, and I blew up, right? So yes guys, it's possible. There's no limits to your brain, and I wish you all good luck. Bye.